Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad that you are all here. Welcome to a new video. Today we have a pick a card reading.
Tell me what you think about me. I got my own diamonds and I buy my
Today we're going to be
own.
looking at how this experience, this thing that you're going through, probably kind of a difficult or just a confusing experience that you might be having, and how this is actually benefiting you. What is the gift in this experience? How is it helping you level up? That's what we're going to look at today. And then also we're going to have a little not sneak peek, but we're going to have a little peek into how you will know that this initiation period has ended. So how you kind of know that you've learnt your lesson from this experience, or that it's coming to an end finally. Kind of the hard part is over, because I think that tarot is a great way to give a bit of motivation, a bit of encouragement. So I want to be able to do that for you guys, and not only tell you how this experience is going to be benefiting you in the long run, but also how you will know that it's eventually coming to an end. So anyway, that is the premise of today's reading, and I'm going to go ahead and show you the options that I have for you today.
Before we begin, please do remember this is a general reading, so only take what resonates and leave the rest behind, because you are not the ugly stepsister. Please do not force that shoe onto your foot.
Okay, so here are the 4 options that I have for you today. Starting off over here with option number 1, you have the Amethyst crystal. Next up with option number 2, you have the Howlite, blue Howlite. For the third option, we have Smokey Quartz. And last but not least, we have Tiger's Eye. I will give you a moment now to take a deep breath in and out, and ask yourself which of these options has a message for you. And I will see you at your reading. Okay, hey there, those of you who chose the Amethyst crystal, welcome to your reading option number 1. So I've already pulled some tarot cards for you for how this experience is helping you level up. I actually feel like taking your unknown archetype cards as well at the moment. So you guys have the Maiden and the Eternal Child, sorry. The Maiden and the Eternal Child. So I feel that whatever you're going through right now, it's helping you by helping you to see the truth of the matter, the truth of the situation. I feel like this is probably something that's quite painful or difficult to deal with. It's definitely not an easy cycle that you're in. There might be a lot of people or things falling away from you right now. Maybe you feel like you're losing friendships, relationships, that type of thing. And if you're not, then it's okay. Don't be afraid. Like, don't think, oh, is that going to happen to me? I can't see the exact situation, but I can just see that there's a lot of emotional hurt here. And I think it's really about seeing the truth with this judgment. No, sorry, what's this card called? Why can I not remember the name of this card? It's definitely not Judgment. Oh my god, what is the name of this card? Hold on. With this Justice card and the 3 of Swords here, I see that this is about seeing the truth with the swords present here, about being very honest with yourself and the situation that you're in, not holding on out of fear, seeing the, I hear seeing the benefits, but let's bring that into focus. Can we? There we go. Seeing what you do have, opposed to focusing on what has fell away in your life or what isn't present. Really paying attention to what is there. what people are sticking behind, what situations or circumstances are working out for you right now. That's what you need to be paying attention to. This is interesting with the eternal child, the maiden here. I'm going to pull some more clarifiers for you. And I think we're still going to be working with the vice versa here. Yes. Even on this vice versa tarot, at the top of the deck you had the moon card. You just see this massive moon illuminating everything, bringing everything into clarity. So this is helping you level up by bringing you clarity. Can we clarify the... I keep hearing 10 of Swords and the 10 of Cups. That's interesting. Let's clarify the Justice card, please, for why that's here. Okay. So we have the 2 of Swords and the 7 of Wands. And again, on this 2 of Swords card, you can see this big moon here, illuminating everything, bringing clarity into the situation. With the 7 of Wands here, it's almost this notion of, I heard giving up, but I feel it's more surrendering to what is, opposed to fighting against it. Clarify the 8 of Cups for how the situation is helping level up, please. Why is the 8 of Cups here? Why is the 8 of Cups here? We have the 5 of Wands. Clarify that 3 of Swords, please. Where's the 3 of Swords here? We have the Queen of Wands. So a lot of wand energy coming out here. And funny enough, it doesn't feel like taking... Again, when you talk about surrendering, it can feel like giving up. It can feel like not taking action. But actually, the action that you're taking is non-action, if that even makes sense. It's like to choose not to do anything in a situation, to choose not to put more energy into a situation, is you taking action, is you playing a really significant role within the situation. I hope that makes sense. Clarify the 5 of Cups here, please. How the situation is helping them level up. Interesting. This King of Swords. And I don't know why, I really love this version of the King of Swords, especially when it's on this side. It feels very powerful, very strong. And again, the strength is in him just standing here. It's not in him taking action or being active within the situation. Even if we look at the front of this card, he's just in this very strong stance. And again, it's about this honesty, this truth that cannot be hidden away anymore. This might be you guys going through a lot of shadow work at the moment as well. I feel that shadow work, whether intentional or not, brings up a lot of things that we have been hiding from ourselves. And it brings forward this truth that we can no longer ignore in our lives. So I'm just kind of looking up the Maiden and Eternal Child message. I'll read it out and we'll see what we get from this. It says, the Eternal Child is connected to the timeless, ageless, and infinite aspect of life. It is radiant and fearless, and seeks joy above all else and at any cost. It struggles being bound to an aging body with physical limitations in a world that demands attention to detail and logistics. The eternal child wants to nix all rules and responsibilities and go beyond what others say is possible. It wants to return, with plenty of friends, to the land of the free, where divine wine and creativity pour from the earth and sky. We all want a sip from the well of eternal youth. And this makes the eternal child naturally popular, perhaps even famous. The eternal child glimmers. It reminds us of what is possible, what is magical about this precious life. That word, the eternal child glimmers, and I have seen on Pinterest quite a lot the word glimmers as a word to describe what was it? It's like focusing on the positives, basically. Like, rather than looking at, I don't even know how to explain it. It's, off the top of my head, I'm sure it's about, rather than looking at, you know, maybe you're delving into the shadows, delving into what you don't want and trying to push that away or work through that kind of darkness. Glimmers is almost about focusing on the positives in our life, that thing that makes us happy. Like, your glimmer could be having a cup of coffee in the morning or something like that little thing that brings you happiness throughout the day. So again, it really relates to this 5 of Cups energy here, where this situation is showing you how to pay attention to the positives in your life. What makes you happy? What fulfills your cup? And this really reminds me of the 2 of Cups, because in this deck, the other 3 cups are almost totally out of view. Like, you can't even pay attention to it with this guy standing in the way. So the 2 of Cups is an energy of equal give and take, of balance, feeling fulfilled within yourself and within your connections. So again, I feel, even though this is the energy of the cards, or the pictures on the cards are very singular, I feel for you guys that this is really about looking at your relationships and how they have been impacting you. Are they serving you? Which of your relationships are really balanced and giving you what you need, and which ones aren't? Which ones are leaving you feeling drained? It's about being honest and decisive within your life, having a good discernment, basically growing good discernment about where to put your energy. Walking away from anything that is conflictual, again, brings up competition, brings up these kind of negative emotions or feelings. I mean, yes, sometimes we have to feel them. They're a natural part of life, and it depends what they are, but is it constant? Is there always that friendship or that person that you say one thing and it leads into like a big thing when it doesn't need to? Is this person, this situation, like this job, for example, is it bringing you the peace that you deserve? Again, the Maiden talks about youth as well. So you have 2 cards here talking about youth. So I think a really good exercise for you guys would be reflecting into your childhood, looking into your inner child a bit more, and thinking about what brought you joy in that time in your life. What kind of people or situations brought joy when you were a child? Because it's likely to be very similar to what you need right now. Also, again, bringing in more of this light-hearted energy into your life, having more peace in your life. The great thing about being a child is there's no responsibilities. No matter how quickly we want to grow up, that's the one thing that we kind of wish we held on to a little bit more is our youth. That kind of freedom that we have, that we feel. And it doesn't have to go away as we age. Again, this eternal child message is about kind of rejecting the mainstream, escaping the everyday. So this situation is helping you level up by reconnecting you to your inner child's desires, to your true desires. I think this bit is interesting in the message where it says, do you long to be rescued by another or receive a kiss that brings you back to life? Be wary of waiting for a prince or princess. Bring the spell of your own life. Sorry, it says break the spell of your own life. So yeah, taking back your power, being the one to stand in your power, to make the decisions with the Queen of Wands here. Being decisive, not waiting for someone to tell you that it's okay to do what you want to do, to be the person that you want to be, to live the life that you want, but taking it. Taking it. I actually want to put some more tarot cards. Let's keep going. How is this situation helping those who chose the Amethyst to level up? Now we have a horse. Now we have some night energy. This is the movement coming in here now. I'm seeing growth, I'm seeing progression, and I love that. So we have the Knight of Wands. Again, with this unicorn is quite interesting. The fact that it's depicted in this deck as a unicorn. Something that isn't, I guess, real. Like, it's something more so a child would make up that they have a unicorn and not just a normal horse. So thinking very playfully, having a strong imagination, bringing more playfulness in general into your life. How is this spirit helping them level up? We have the Nine of Pentacles coming out here. We also have the Page of Cups. And let's just get one more card, I think. Why not? Interesting. We have the Death card here as well. There we go. And I love on this Death card how there's this girl in the background. She's basically naked, dancing, being free. Endings can bring freedom too, can bring peace too. They don't have to be so difficult. And particularly with this side of the Death card, it's more so about being the one to accept the end, opposed to waiting for this Knight of Death to say, to bring it into your life, if that makes sense. It's like, for example, if there's someone in your life you just feel like you're not gelling well with anymore, you need to kind of cut out of your life, being the person to initiate it and do the thing that you know needs to be done. Again, being very honest with yourself, opposed to waiting for a big situation to happen that kind of just blows the whole thing out of proportion and just leaves it all a bit more messy than it needed to be. The Nine of Pentacles here is, I love this for you guys because it's really the message of independence and feeling very secure within yourself, what you've built for yourself as well. Sorry if that's not in focus. So this situation is helping you level up. This experience is helping you level up in your life to this position of independence, of empowerment, of feeling fulfilled within yourself, not needing anyone, not needing that prince or princess to bring you what you think you want, or bring you what you want, basically. You don't need to be saved. You can save yourself. I also had the prince, the Page of Cups, even. The Page of Cups here. Again, another symbolism of creativity, joy, childlike energy, being more playful as well. delving into your emotions and feeling free within that space as well, not feeling like you can't be an emotional being, that you have to be super strong, feeling like you can communicate your emotions or your desires as well without that judgment. And again, with the Knight of Wands here, taking action on what excites you, taking action on your passions and moving towards your desires. So let's look a bit more at your oracle cards for how this situation is helping you level up. Interesting. So we have Porcupine Spirit with Time for a Beginner Mind. I love that it's like the idea of something kind of prickly, because I feel that the number 8 is coming through here strongly as well. You have 48, 8, and this Maiden card is a number 8, I think. So number 8 coming through here. Maybe that's a significant number for you. Oh, where was I going with this? Yeah, like not being afraid to be a little prickly at times. Not being afraid, like not being such a people pleaser, I guess. Like it's okay if people don't like me if I speak my mind. We have here as well, here and now. I feel called to say the number as well. So this is a number 32 card. A number 5 card. So another card about change. So this experience is helping you level up by helping you remain present in your life. And kind of, maybe you're someone who likes to fall into a bit of escapism, a bit of daydreaming. And again, the word honesty is coming through. It's a very big word for you guys. Being very honest about your life and where you're at in your life, the circumstances that are surrounding your life. So it's helping you stay very present and helping you fix things in the present, not bringing them into your next reality, into the future. Not dwelling too much on the past either. And time for a beginner mind here. I feel as if it's really about resetting. Again, you're going back to this childlike nature, this childlike train of thought. And I need to change the battery, hold on. Yeah, sorry about that, I just had to change the battery on the camera. But again, the Porcupine Spirit, bringing in that childlike energy, about being curious, being very playful in your life. Yeah, it's pretty interesting because I feel like there's an element of being very, I mean, you could obviously have both going on. It's very plausible that both things are happening. But it's like being very honest. I want to understand a bit more about this childlike message here that's coming through. So why do we have such a strong message about tapping into more childlike energy for those who chose the Amethyst crystal, please? We have the Knight of Wands again. The Two of Swords just tried to flip out. We have the Hierophant reversed. Why do we have such a message about childlike energy? I feel like one more as well. So you also have the Three of Swords coming out again as well. So with the Three of Swords this time, I really feel as if it's going to help you heal those past wounds. It's really going to help inspire you, reinvigorate you. This Ace is a new beginning as well, which is about that beginner mind. So having new inspirations in your life, new passions, finding new things that ignite you and light you up. And also having the energy and the confidence to go after it, to pursue it. This could simply just be a hobby that you now find that you enjoy because you have more time on your hands. You're not dealing with people or environments that are draining you anymore. It's really going to bring a big realization into your life. It's going to help you see something more clearly. Again, judgment is a rebirth. So you're definitely going through, this experience is really bringing you through a rebirth. Again, like I said earlier, this could really be a shadow, like a shadow work type period of life, time that you're going through, a dark night of the soul as well. Drudging through that, really like those wounds that you have, figuring out where they come from, and being honest about the part that you've maybe played in perpetuating certain cycles in your life as well. And the Hierophant reversed again is about that unconventionality. There's something that you need to do, or I guess I should reword that as, this experience is going to help you be a little bit more unconventional. And I feel that this is just going to benefit you. I can't actually see or know why that's going to benefit you. It could change the career direction. It could change the direction of your career. It could influence relationships. I'm not quite sure exactly how, but it's going to, the unconventionality, if that's even a word, of a decision that you make, or a new path that you take, or just a mindset that you have, is going to serve you. Okay, so last but not least, we're going to just quickly look at how you will know when this initiation period has ended. How will you know when you've kind of come to an end of this cycle, you've learned the lessons that are required of you, and you know, you've just made it through. Let's see. So we have a Moonology card for that, and yours is, you're very close to achieving your goal, Gibbous Moon. That's very funny. So I guess you are very close to getting to the end of this, very, very close. I feel there might be a big release that happens. You'll kind of feel like this weight off your shoulders here. You'll have a new perspective as well. Like there's a certain perspective that you'll gain that kind of just shifts your mind, which might not make a lot of sense if you're still kind of in it right now. But if you've ever had those aha moments in your life, then this will be one of those where everything kind of just clicks for you and you're like, ah, okay, I know what I'm doing. Like, I know where I'm going. Or it could just be like, aha, yeah, okay, that's the end of that. Like, I've decided, I've made my decision. That moment of finally stepping into your power. So how will you know when this initiation period, how will you know when this initiation period ended, please? Can you tell us any more about this? We do have the 5 of Pentacles here. I feel like it did kind of want to come out in reverse, so I will acknowledge that. And the King of Pentacles. So yeah, maybe a new career trajectory as well, a new way of making money, or even just feeling a lot more stable in your life, feeling a lot more financially secure as well. Going from the 5 of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles, that is definitely a big evolution. Again, you have the number 5, so about change. You're going to see a change in your security or financial status, and that is how you're going to know that this period has ended for you, that you've come out to the other side, that you've learned all you can from this experience. Oh, more money. I mean, more Pentacles I meant to say, but more money, I guess. This is interesting. I want to know how to interpret this 4 of Pentacles, so let's just pull a clarifier. Okay, so feeling satisfied in, there's the 10 of Pentacles. Did we not? I knew a 10 was going to come out and I just looked at that. Okay, so feeling satisfied with your finances, with your security. So maybe you're in a new home, a new environment that is really beneficial to you, that feels fulfilling to you. Yeah, interesting. I feel like you're really going to be nurturing yourself as well. Once you've come out this period, like once you're really nurturing yourself, once you're being honest with yourself and your emotions, how you feel, speaking up about how you feel. Why is that reversed? Why is Six of Swords reversed? Okay, so let's see what this one is. Yeah, so feeling that weight come off of your shoulders. Again, when I said about the lack of responsibility, that is like such a blessing for children. So you have the Ten of Wands here, a card of taking on a lot in reverse. So feeling like this weight is off of your shoulders. You have less people to worry about, less things to worry about. There's more peace in your life. You're giving in a balanced manner. And again, it feels very self-focused, even though this is a card of others. So you're really going to be nurturing and giving to yourself. That's how you will know when you have come out of this cycle. So good luck, guys. Wishing you all the best. You are very close to achieving your goals, so you're almost there. Hold on tight, and hopefully this reading resonated with you guys. And if it did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and comment how down below. I post mostly spiritual and lifestyle content if you are interested in subscribing, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye. Hi there, those of you who chose the blue Howlite crystal, welcome to your reading. So I'm going to do what I did for option number 1, which is also get your archetype cards out here, and you guys have the prayer and you have the empty room. Okay, interesting. So how is this experience helping you level up? Well, with the Hierophant here, also with the prayer card, definitely feel like this experience is bringing you to a place of enlightenment, connecting you to higher wisdom. You also might be reading a lot. I don't know, maybe reading a lot of spiritual books, or just reading a lot, or gaining a lot of knowledge at this time. That could be a part of the experience that you're going through. Yeah, I feel like taking on a lot of different practices. Like, it doesn't have to just be one religion or one practice. It's like you are digesting as much as possible, trying to inform yourself on as much as possible. It might not even be a purposeful thing. It might just be that, like, you stumble across the video and you read that thing, you stumble across the article, you read that thing, and it's like you're actually taking on all these different kind of ideas and practices and notions, and it's bringing you to this place of enlightenment, which is quite cool. Interesting. Okay, we have Seven of Wands came out in reverse, with the Death card also came out in reverse. Let's see what these are saying. Oop, didn't mean to do that. That's so interesting that both these cards have, let's wait for it to focus, shall we? Okay, both these cards have this kind of glow coming from the center, coming from her, I'm gonna call that the solar plexus. I mean, it could be the sacral, but let's say that's the solar plexus. Coming from there, we have another glow coming from here. So again, it's very energetic. An energetic growth. Okay, I'm feeling out the energy. I can't quite make sense of it yet, but we'll see. It's quite interesting how it's almost like as if this glow is feeding into this Four of Wands card if you put them together. So everything is connected. I mean, I could have just put them upright and they actually do feed into each other. Everything is connected. Usually I kind of rush myself to bring out the message, but I'm gonna take my time here. I'm gonna wait it out and see how this goes. Do you know why I'm drawn to this red streak in this girl's hair here? Maybe you guys are thinking about dyeing your hair, or you have dyed hair or something. The colour red is really standing out though. She's got a red bracelet on, tamperine's red, this is red. I'm seeing it relating to this idea of passion, of ignition, of fire. I see you guys in like a retreat center or somewhere that you feel really free. Like connecting to people, connecting to music. And it's this spiritual, energetic connection. It's not just the cerebral thing. Again, with this, the message of taking in this information is coming through. It's like, yes, maybe you're reading a lot, you're taking in a lot of information, and you might not even realize how much you're actually taking in right now. Like maybe it's not really sticking. Like if someone went to you and said, hey, what's the 8 practices of this religion? You wouldn't be able to answer them, but then there will be like this certain thing that kind of brings it out of you one at a time when it's needed, I guess you could say. I feel that this experience that you're facing right now is helping you to slow down, just the way I am in this reading. How I said I'm not rushing to get the messages today, I'm just going to see. And you guys are just going to have to be patient with me, and I'm going to be patient with myself. Because here when we have the 7 of Wands, and you know, like these wands are trying to probe her, maybe probe her for information. It feels very much like a guru, a teacher, someone in that space, and people have come to you. Again, it's very much the Hierophant energy actually. People have come to you to seek your knowledge, to know what you know, to get your perspective, whatever it may be. And it's like, hey, okay, I get that you want this from me, but not right now. I don't have it to give to you right now. I'm in my own space, my own world. Maybe you're reflecting right now. Maybe you're healing right now. It's like, I get that you guys need this from me, but not right now. You got to be patient. You got to wait. And when you do receive it, it's going to be what you need to hear. It's going to serve us both. So this experience is helping you be patient with yourself and also helping others be patient with you. Others to know your boundaries as well. Know that they cannot always, you know, pop up and get what they want from you at any time, because you don't always have it there to give. It's transforming the way you see yourself and the way others receive you, I'm hearing. So for me, this feels like, say you've been moving in the world a certain way. Maybe you are an overgiver, maybe you are a people pleaser. Maybe people could always reach you. And now you've gone into this, maybe a hermit mode. You are more isolating yourself a little bit more. Maybe you tell people, no, I do not have that to give to you right now. And it's helping people see you for the divine being that you are. Helping people see, it's like they see this new level to you now, this higher self version of you that you too have connected to. And this prayer card, it's kind of interesting that this looks like kind of like a wedge of a lemon or lime or something, but it's like a crystal at the same time. So I feel a message of something very poignant, something like a lemon makes you make that face. It's very bitter, but the crystals also make it very delicate, makes it desirable. So I see it relating to, again, this maybe advice, and sometimes we have certain advice to give and it's not the happiest advice, or it's not maybe what someone wants to hear, but the way that you are learning through this experience to relay information, or the way just energetically, again, this feels very much on an energetic basis, the way that people are understanding you now is that they know, even if what they hear from you, you know, they're probing you for this information, and even if what they hear is not what they wanted to hear, it doesn't suffice their egos, let's say. Even if that is the case, they're not going to be angry at you. They can't be angry at you because they know the true nature of yourself. They know why you said what you did, or they just know that there is a purity to your heart. This is such an interesting reading. It's very, very different to option number one. Let's look at this empty room message as well. I mean, I know what it's about, but sometimes there's certain things you gotta say. So the empty room is all too frequent feeling. It's that all too frequent feeling of lack, of wanting, of the craving to fill ourselves with something, anything. And I feel this is how people are almost approaching you. It's like, give me something. I need that advice. I need something from you. I don't even know what it could be. I mean, maybe some of you are parents and you have children who literally need like you to feed them or to care for them or something like that. And it says, we too often attempt to remedy the discomfort of the empty room by any means necessary, leading us to a culture of more. But the empty room is filled to the brim with potential, yet we perceive it as not enough. Ooh, I love this. So this card is a cry for patience, for sitting within the barren walls of not knowing, for awaiting true vision and purpose, before attaching to what we should do next, to save our outward appearance. Yeah, it's like I said, it's changing the way you both see yourself and other people see you. It's like they are respecting you for this, for your ability to slow down and to be patient with yourself, for your ability to set boundaries. It says, be with the nothingness, be with the impatience. The empty room has immense power. Let others wonder what you are doing. Again, Seven of Wands, very strong here. If you settle into the magic of emptiness, you will soon hear its whispers of wisdom. It's interesting on this prayer card how it says, Experiment with the act of bowing down. Nearly all spiritual traditions make a practice of prostration. I believe you said that, prostration. And I love how it says all spiritual traditions. So again, there's that message of you connecting or interweaving, as we see this line here, connecting all these cards together, interweaving these different spiritual traditions, practices, dogmas, whatever it may be, you finding the connection between them all through whatever you are experiencing at the moment. And I feel for many of you, this experience is probably a lot of isolation, spending a lot of time alone with your own thoughts. It's like trying to hear the whispers over the noise. You're getting away from the noise so you can hear the whispers. Let's clarify the Four of Wands for how this experience is helping them level up. So we have the Nine of Cups there. Why is death and rebirth here? We have the Six of Pentacles, which did come out in reverse. I'm just going to pull the cards upright just so I can look at the imagery. Seven of Wands. Can we clarify that, please? Wow, okay, interesting. The Devil card. I heard, what are you attached to? Is it the opinions of others? Is it the how others view you or perceive you? Is that what you give value to? That is what this period of time is going to make you question. What is of importance to you? Clarify the Hierophant, please. The World card came out in reverse. So the World card again with that Hierophant, it's almost like this finding completion within, I hear. Finding completion within. Also seeing how the World card comes at the end of the Fool's journey in the Major Arcana. So seeing how each stage of this journey is interwoven, how each stage is serving you or has served you and is purposeful. Clarify the Hierophant, please. Nine of Swords reversed. Overcoming worries, anxieties, fears, overcoming overthinking. Three of Wands, that image of patience, of waiting to receive. And the Two of Cups as well, in reverse. So connections being important. Again, I keep hearing, what do you give a value to? I have the Tower card coming out there in reverse as well. Allowing what isn't serving you, what isn't stable in your life to fall away. I always say fall away and I'm like trying to think of a different word. To fall away, that's all I have. Tell me more about the Six of Pentacles here, please. Five of Pentacles. So this experience may make you feel like you're moving backwards. Whoops. It may feel like you've taken a step backwards. Maybe you were someone who was super outgoing, partying all the time. Maybe you were... I'm surprised you haven't seen the Hermit energy here, but anyway. Maybe you were, I don't know, like making six figures and you were really successful and you've gone through maybe this enlightenment, this spiritual period, or it's just been an energetic shift in you that hasn't allowed you to be that person anymore. So it could feel like you've taken a step backwards. And this whole thing is making you understand the value of patience, of waiting. There is so much that you are learning in this time. And I think a lot of this wisdom isn't even going to click until you are out of it. Until maybe you are back at that place. And I think even when you get back to that place in like maybe a material sense, maybe you are surrounded by people again, or you are making lots of money again, or whatever it is that it may be, when you get back to that place, I think you internally will be a different person. People will see you as a different person. They're going to see you as a kind of teacher or a leader. There's going to be this kind of unspoken respect for you. And there's a lot of ego evaluation, a lot of second guessing, but in a positive way, as in like being like, okay, I want this, but is it because this desire is something that I've been told I should want? Or does it really truly align with me? Is it really going to serve me? Is this person really going to serve me? It's about taking that little extra pause to think things through, or to think about the reason why you want what you want or do what you do. Tell me more about this, bud. So being more abundant, feeling more abundant and giving, even if you are essentially, let's say, materially poor. Again, maybe you had a lot of money and now you don't. And in the material sense, you may be poor. Well, not poor, but you know, not feel like you're able to give monetary value to things or people. But finding that value and abundance within yourself. Realizing that it isn't how much money you have to your name that makes you important or makes you valuable to others or allows you to have the capacity to give. The prayer card also talks about your ability to serve. So this is bringing you to a place of servitude. This is what this experience is bringing you. Some of you guys might have Virgo energy, maybe like a North Node Virgo as well, because your North Node is how you're evolving, where you're going. When you're moving towards your North Node, you feel like you're moving towards, you feel more fulfilled, or you feel challenged out of your comfort zone, yes, but like you're moving towards your purpose, I guess you could say. The Moon card just kind of came out here in reverse. So being very reflective as well. Okay, the Moon energy, where's the Moon energy here? Magician. Understanding your power. Reflecting on your ability to create. Being a very strong manifester as well with that Magician energy. Tell me more about the Moon and Magician. Oh. Finding peace within, calming the storm and the wave of your emotions, or maybe your mind even if you're an overthinker. Tell me more about the Devil energy, please. I'm getting a lot of cards for you guys. It's going to be a longer reading. So the Four of Cups here, clarifying that Devil. Had the word apathy. What you give your attention to. Tell me more about the Four of Cups energy, please, for how this is helping them level up. The Fool card reversed. Not rushing into making decisions in order to feel fulfilled. Why is the Six of Swords come out here? Interesting. Tell me more about the Six of Swords with the Pentacles. It's just a repeating message of feeling very fulfilled within yourself, feeling stable and secure within yourself. Not feeling like you need to rush into communication with others, or, you know, basically just taking care of yourself first. A little bit similar to option number one, some messages. I've had the Nine of Cups quickly, and then we'll move on. Queen of Wands, being self-assured, being very confident in yourself, very stable as well. Wheel of Fortune, learning how to balance the lows with the highs, and the Hierophant again, so we'll just stop that right there. Okay, we're going to take some oracle cards as well to see what else they have to say about how this experience is helping you level up. Okay, let's see what you got. Right, so TikTok is in reverse here for you guys. And also Bobcat Spirit with life is a mystery. So I guess with the Bobcat Spirit, it's about knowing that you can't always know things, I guess. Like being accepting of the mysteries of life, the unspoken, I guess, the spiritual, the magical. Maybe you're a very logical person, or you really value knowing the ins and outs of things, and spirituality kind of throws you for a bit of a loop sometimes, because no matter how much you can read a book, or someone can, I don't know, you learn something about a particular practice, there is always going to be those little differences between each experience or person. There's not one way to be spiritual, one way to receive, or I guess you could say, one way to interpret insights or messages or downloads or whatever. Maybe you meet a person, you're the type of person to be like, okay, why is this person in my life? What kind of significance are they going to play in my life? And it's like, hey, maybe sometimes you just meet a person. And right now, you may not know what this situation or person is, how it is serving you. And that's okay. Accepting of that. And I guess it relates a bit to how I said, for many of you guys, maybe you won't even realize how much this period of time, or how much this lesson of patience, or all the different things you are learning is really going to benefit you or serve you until you fully move out of this cycle, until that one thing happens in your life and you're like, I wouldn't have known how to react in that situation, or I wouldn't even have this opportunity right now if I didn't go through that thing. With TikTok here, it's about accepting the idea of divine timing, not feeling like, again, I guess it relates to patience, not feeling like you're running out of time, or that you're going to fall behind in life. Knowing that things are always working out in the right time for you. So it says, when a Bobcat Spirit appears to you, she brings a powerful reminder that not all things in life can be explained or understood through the power of the intellect. Trying to figure things out, find logical explanations, or predict what will happen based on reason and fact will not provide you with the certainty and comfort you seek. Bobcat asks you to trust in the great mystery and let the secrets of the universe reveal themselves to you through direct experience. Bobcat Spirit helps you know intimately the pulse of the divine in the world. Trust in the wisdom and revelations that come to you, yet know that understanding may not come as you would like it to. What do you experience through your heart and intuition, which comes to you as a voice of your inner knowing, will guide you now as you accept the secrecy is woven into the fabric of existence. No matter what, the appearance of this card is a sign that you are being called to trust, even when what is revealed does not agree with your need for intellectual certainty. So yeah, you guys are very smart people, very knowledge-driven people, and this experience is helping you level up by knowing that you cannot always know. That sometimes you just gotta accept what is given to you right now and hope that the understanding will come eventually. So let's move on to your other message, which is going to be how you will know when this initiation period has ended. How will you know when you have learnt this lesson, when it has really been integrated into your life, when this cycle has come to a close? So we have here fixed moon with hold your vision. Is that in focus? Not really. Hello? There we go. Hold your vision. I think it's so interesting that half is illuminated, half is not. It's like knowing and feeling. Being accepting of what is, that okay, I can only see half the moon today, and that's okay. Okay. So for you guys, how you will know that this initiation period has come to an end, when you can hold on to what you feel or know, I think particularly intuitively, and trust it without needing the proof as of yet. It's almost like, I guess, the idea of manifesting. I don't know why I did that. The idea of manifesting, and when you are kind of knowing that inner knowing of, let's just give an example, because you know I need a specific example to make sense of stuff. Let's say you're trying to manifest a new job opportunity or something like that, and you know that eventually you will get that new job. You know it 100% to your core, you know it. But, you know, time's trotting on and it's not coming to you. The job offers aren't coming and your money is dwindling, or things just seem like they're not aligning up with someone who is going to get a job offer. And I guess for you guys, how you know that this initiation period has ended is because you're going to be able to sit in the discomfort of whatever it is you're facing, because you internally trust and know and can read the signs of the universe, I guess, to know that what it is that you want is coming towards you at whatever speed it is coming at, you know. Maybe there will still be some frustration or annoyance around it, but ultimately you hold that vision. You don't allow it to waver. And I don't want to put too much pressure on that, because I feel sometimes it just will. Maybe there's be flickers of times when it does. But you come back to that inner knowing of, yeah, this is right for me. I'm going to get this. This is meant for me. Let's get a couple more clarifiers for how you will know this initiation period has ended. For those who chose blue Howlite, please. We have the Moon card reversed. How will they know? Four of Swords. How will they know? The Devil card. Getting very similar energy. And the Ace of Pentacles reversed. So with the Four of Swords, you're going to feel at peace. You're going to feel relaxed. You're not going to initiate or do anything. You're not going to try and control the circumstance. Again, with the Ace of Pentacles, I feel like certain opportunities or things might fall through. And despite that, you're not going to allow it to, I guess, distract you almost. You're not going to give in to instant gratification or pleasures. Clarify the Moon energy here for how would they know. Tell me more about why the Moon is in reverse. King of Swords. Being very strong and self-assured. I think that's quite interesting. Tell me more about this King of Swords. Page of Cups. Being vocal about how you're feeling as well is going to really be how you know that this period has ended, when you can speak up about how you're feeling. how you can also ask for your happiness, ask for what is going to fulfill you, and stand by that. I guess it's coming back to a bit more at the beginning of the reading. Tell me more about this Ace of Pentacles reversed. Ace of Pentacles reversed. Knight of Cups reversed. Nine of Wands reversed. So Ace of Pentacles reversed, Knight of Cups reversed. How is the situation? How will they know when this initiation period has ended? I have no idea what that is. Trying to tell me. I guess that goes to the fact that you kind of won't know everything. Things may not be clear because this definitely isn't as clear to me as it initially was, as the reading initially was. Okay, so we have the Sun card here, which is a very positive feeling. And we also have the Eight of Wands here. So I feel like things are going to start moving for you. You're going to be feeling happier, more fulfilled, more joyful as well in your life. We'll just see if we can clarify the Devil card, and then we will close out the reading there. Any information about this Devil card for how they will know? Walking away, unsatisfied, Death card. I feel well, this is kind of just like stepping, yeah, with the Magician here coming out as well, stepping into your power, taking back ownership of your life, that type of thing. Yeah, I feel like it's like I can't even really explain it to you, and I guess that goes to the point again where it's like, hey, life is a mystery. You can't always know everything. So basically you'll just know when this initiation period has ended, because I think things will start to move a bit more for you. Things will start to pick up in your life. You won't feel so... You'll feel more emotionally fulfilled as well. More self-assured, I think. And more confident. So that's what I have for you guys. If you enjoyed the reading, please let me know by commenting down below and giving this video a thumbs up. And yeah, if you want to see more from me, I post mostly spiritual and lifestyle content, and you can subscribe down below, and I will see you all in my next one. Goodbye. Hi there, those of you who chose the Smokey Quartz crystal. Welcome to your reading. Starting off with some tarot cards and looking at your archetype cards. You guys have the One and the Thread, which I kind of feel like are very similar in nature, because they're both about, I guess, being connected, interconnectedness of everything. So how is this experience helping you level up? A lot of masculine energy straight away here. So with this card, I hear the word direction with the Knight of Swords. So this experience is about the direction that you're taking. That's what I hear. Because with this Knight of Swords, everything is pretty blurry. You can't really see clearly, especially compared to this, where there is kind of like this clear sky. There's these swallows, these birds to follow. And then here you see this mistiness. You see that he's got his shield on, his head shield, I don't know, his helmet on, that's it, his helmet on. Everything's just a little bit more hard to see. And here we have Five of Cups, and this guy is very focused on everything he's lost. And with the Scorpion card here, I feel as if it's been very painful for him to lose this card. It stings, you know. And as well as that, oh, I had something else. What was it? I can't remember what I was going to say now. Yeah, I feel like it's someone has come along, not necessarily, not like literally someone, but there has been a divine intervention here, let's call it that, for whatever has come out of your life, whatever has fallen away from your life. So this experience is helping you see what you give value to. So we have a very similar message coming through a lot of these piles today. But what is it that you give your value to? And if you have been placing your value in the wrong places, placing your priorities, if you have been prioritizing the wrong things, then it's likely that this experience is showing you where in your life you may have been doing that, prioritizing the wrong things. So what's interesting is with this side of the King of Swords is that he is so overconfident, I guess, that he can defeat or survive this storm, that he's not asked for help from anyone else. And it kind of mirrors this Knight of Swords where there is this guide on the other side, but not on this one. So this Knight of Swords also thinks that he can deal with this situation, this darkness, this cloudy thoughts by himself. And I guess again, it relates back to this idea of oneness, of interconnectedness. Why do you feel so separate from others? Why do you feel that you must take on everything by yourself? Is it because you have been stung in the past? Is it because you have lost what you thought was meant to bring you happiness and joy and fulfillment in the past? And are you reflecting, or are you putting in too much weight on this past situation? Why have you not allowed yourself to heal from it and move on from it? Why are you still allowing this past situation to cloud your judgment and your decisions? A lot of questions, apparently. So how is this experience helping those who chose the Smoky Quartz? It's interesting, it's Smoky Quartz, and quartz crystal is about clarity, seeing the truth, and obviously smoke clouds that. I'm not saying that's initially what the crystal is about. It's about more so, I think, absorbing kind of darker and negative energies, cleansing darker energies, which I guess relates to you guys as well. But it's interesting that this idea of smokiness clouding your guys' judgment. I'm interested by this Four of Pentacles. I want to know how this relates to your reading. I feel a little bit of stubborn. Oh gosh, goodness me. A little bit of stubbornness from it as well. Like I'm hearing the song that's like, we shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. So it's like no matter what happens, there is this element of like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm strong in my convictions and you cannot change that. So the Six of Pentacles kind of prong out here. Sorry, it's slowly getting darker. I didn't really time this well and I haven't got any external light source, so that's going to be interesting situation. But what time is it? Yeah, I'm a little bit silly for doing that, but whatever. Let's see, we have the Six of Pentacles here. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put the light on actually. Yeah, it's probably not the best, but hopefully it's a little bit better. A little bit better. And I think again, as I was going to put the light on, I just kind of reiterated to me the idea of not thinking things through properly, not preparing in the right manner. So it's like this situation, this experience is helping you see where sometimes you may miscalculate, overestimate. So can we clarify the Knight or the King of Swords actually, please? Sorry. Why is the King of Swords here? For how this experience is helping those choosing Smoky Quartz to level up. So as I'm shuffling these cards, there's a need for a lot of movement. I think this could be a message for you guys. There's a need for movement. Again, that song, We Shall Not Be Moved, is coming through. Look, I'm not even getting a card come out here. There we go. Finally. So 3 of Pentacles, collaboration, stability through a collaborative effort. So asking for help. This experience is showing you where you need and when you need to ask for help. Whether this is from a professional, a therapist, your friends, something like that. Leaning on others in your time of need. Not feeling like you have to go through it all alone all the time. Clarify the 5 of Cups, please. Nope. Why is the 5 of Cups here? For how this experience is helping them level up. 7 of Pentacles. You have a lot of Pentacle energy here. A lot of Earth energy. So 7 of Pentacles reversed. I guess it's like knowing not every situation is going to be fruitful. Like, yes, you can plant a couple of seeds, but not every single one is going to bloom. And that's okay. How about the 4 of Pentacles? There we go. Ace of Swords. Very repetitive. Swords, Pentacles coming out. So you're very intellectual. So maybe some of you guys have Aquarius placements. Or Gemini even. Very mental people. There are the Knight of Swords. We have the Tower card reversed and then the King of Swords coming out again. Both in reverse. I'm going to put them upright just so I can see the imagery actually. So trying to make sense of the mess is what I hear as well. How do you maybe intellectualize your emotions? Over intellectualize situations, experiences, and it kind of draws out or evaporates the feeling of it, the emotion, actually just feeling what has happened, opposed to being like, okay, this has happened. Like, rather than thinking through the situation, are you feeling the situation? How is whatever they are experiencing helping them to level up, please? Ooh. Right, Knight of Swords now. So what we've got, another Knight of Swords. That's just fallen on the floor. In reverse, we have the 8 of Pentacles and the 5 of Wands. So it's like rushing into situations without clarity. I feel every time I'm about to say something, I need to pose it as a question. So maybe there is a need for a little bit of introspection happening in your life right now of why you are experiencing the things that you are experiencing. It's almost like I cannot really come and tell you all the answers. Maybe obviously push you in the right direction, but it's like there's a need to reflect inwards and think through, I guess, which is kind of a bit counterintuitive because I'm talking about you overthinking, but I guess just thinking through why you may feel the need to do certain things. Why do you make the decisions that you do? And I guess you guys are knowledgeable enough to come to that conclusion on your own, rather than it being me to kind of tell you. Otherwise I would have the message there to tell you, if that makes any sense at all. Sorry, I'm just trying to look up the archetype messages just so we can get a bit of clarity on them. Okay, so the one states, our ability to experience this archetype firsthand is limited. It comes in brief and potent moments that we are left to savor for a lifetime. The one is both the energy that unites all living beings and our capacity to sense this intimate union. This archetype eludes us most of our lives, appearing as a concept in a distant galaxy. Yet, when we are in the midst of its power, a solemn reverence falls across all the land. We glimpse ourselves in the vastness of all consciousness, and are neither small nor big within that field. We are neither important nor unimportant. All duality fades away, and we are left with what is. The precious knowing that life is a gift, and we are both the giver and receiver of this fortune, which takes me to that Six of Pentacles energy over here. A balance of giving and receiving. So it is interesting how it talks about it being this kind of grand moment in time, which feels very much so with this kind of storm brewing here. And I hear the song, if the world was ending. How does it go? If the world was ending, you'd come over, right? You'd come over and you'd stay the night. Would you love me for the hell of it? All our fears would be irrelevant. Or something like that, I think. So it's like not waiting until this pivotal moment to, I guess, share yourself, share your emotions, to connect with others, to understand the interconnectedness of it all. And yes, sometimes it does take that big moment to kind of see things on a grand scheme, to see the bigger picture. But once you have got that bigger picture, learning how to implement it in the day-to-day, because you won't always get that reminder. It's interesting that both these cards come at the end of each, I guess, subcategory in this deck. So it's like there is definitely endings happening in your life. And endings bring reflection, a time for introspection, a time for thinking over what has happened, maybe why it's happened, what you could maybe do differently, but also leaving the past in the past as well, leaving it there, and only bringing forwards the knowledge or the positive insights you've gained. So this one says, life is a tangle, so much happens simultaneously and circuitously, leaving us grappling for meaning and direction in a network of distractions. When we connect to the energy of the thread, however, we strike the deepest vein in the body. Our whole being responds to its tug. Meaning is pumped through our bloodstream. Our mind and spirits are lifted. We remember who we are, what we came into this world to do. Though this happens on the most profound level, it could be the simplest incident that activates a thread. A song, an image, a conversation heard in passing. No matter how confusing and multi-layered our modern lives become, if we are connected to the thread, we are free. Being tethered to it is the only anchor our heart requires. So it's about finding meaning within the chaos, I guess. And I guess that's why I keep asking or posing questions to you. A time of reflection. This is what this spirit is helping you with. This is how this experience is helping you level up, I should say. Because it's giving you a moment in time to reflect and to maybe think about the bigger reasons, the bigger picture of why you are doing what you're doing. It would help if we came into focus down here. There we go. Okay, let's get some more oracle messages. Right, so you guys have the soulmate card, and also believe in yourself with squirrel spirit. Let's just bring those into focus. There we go. You have the number 4 coming out here and the number 5 being important for you. They were both in reverse as well, so I will acknowledge that. I'll just read the message and we'll see what I pull from it. An important relationship brings you to your knees. This is the kind of soulmate who comes with a powerful gift. Your patterns and all your old stories that don't serve your well-being enter into this dynamic so you can heal them. This person is called to a sacred task to help you learn, even if it feels uncomfortable, sticky, or even inconceivable. The question is not why did he or she do this to me, but rather what is the gift in this? Look into this mirror. You will only be changed for the better. And I love that this ends in a series of questions almost as well. So maybe you are really stewing over a lot of these questions right now. And you know, it might be why you even came to this reading. But like I said, it's like I can't actually give you the answer, which is probably kind of annoying. I guess I'll kind of give you a little bit of insight, but it's like you guys are going to find the answer through a progression of looking inwards. It's not about the other person or the actual situation that is happening. It is all a reflection of your inner world. So I keep fiddling with my top. I really don't like the way it looks. So it could be a person that is making you feel this way, that has sparked this initiation, or this sparked this perspective, I guess, this new perspective that has happened here for you guys. A shift of like, oh, it's bigger than just me, or this could simply just be a spiritual awakening, I guess. Like, okay, there is actually more to this life than I have perceived before, right? With the squirrel spirit and card here, it's about trusting yourself. This experience is going to help you to trust your own intuition. And there's a lot of masculine energy here, so maybe it's about tapping into that feminine energy for you guys. Of just allowing, trusting, surrendering, not trying to fix whatever's happening right now, not trying to overcomplicate it, overanalyze it, but just be in it, in the chaos, and know that it will all make sense soon or eventually. It also says about feeling out of sorts, not trusting yourself, or not feeling confident due to experiences that have, I guess, left you feeling like that. You know, maybe you invested in past relationships or situations and they haven't worked out, and that's kind of knocked your confidence. But knowing that every single situation has happened for a reason. This comes back to that kind of thread and the one card there. Knowing that everything is interconnected. Those didn't work out because there's another person, or there's something else that you needed to gain from it. There's another situation. Look for the reason behind what is happening here, opposed to taking it at face value, I would say. So let's have a look at how you will know when this initiation period has ended. So how will you know when you've actually learnt this lesson? When you're out of this cycle, how will you know? Okay, so you guys have 2 water sign energies, full moon in Pisces and full moon in Cancer. So the full moon is about releasing. Excuse me. You have a personal issue reaches resolution, and also balance spirituality with practicality. So yeah, so balancing that masculine and feminine energy is how you will know. It's knowing that, yes, okay, there are some things that maybe I can't explain. There are, I don't know, even I'm finding it hard to describe. But I guess just coming to a point where, sorry, I just had to change the battery there. Coming to a point where you are accepting of, or you, I feel for you guys it's maybe about understanding a couple more spiritual concepts and things and learning how to implement them in your daily life. Personal issue reaches resolution. So again, this could do with that soulmate energy, some kind of relationship, whether it's friends or romantic or something else, I don't know. But whatever it is, it's going to come to a resolution. And when this resolution happens, whether that's just you forgiving that person, whether it is you moving on, whether it's you reconciliation, whatever it is, when that happens, you will know that this initiation, that this cycle has ended for you. So let's get some more. That's just how they will know when this initiation period has ended. Those who chose Smokey Quartz, the Empress card of this deck is on the floor, but I'm still feeling called to use this deck, so we'll see. That's probably way too many cards, but I cannot be bothered to reshuffle. So we have 9 of Cups reverse, 2 of Wands came out in reverse as well. Sorry, I probably won't make it focus that much, but you get what I'm saying. We have the Page of Pentacles. Gosh, you got a lot of cards in. We have the 3 of Wands, the 4 of Swords, and the Devil card coming out here. Okay, there we go. And last but not least, you have the Hermit card. So going through a bit of a hermit period, definitely a healing period as well. Once you go through this kind of healing, letting go of, I hear expectations. So this could be expectations others have passed on you, or expectations you have around love, relationships, around life maybe in general. Once you have, feels like once you have received something with the 3 of Wands here, I don't know what that is going to be, but once you've received something, you have the 2 of Wands, so you have 2 Wands, 3 of Wands. I feel like it's made a decision about what will bring you fulfillment and actually gone out and got it, not being so concerned with other people or what they'll think. Page of Pentacles here. Yeah, it's like once you've implemented, sorry, not once you've implemented, I guess once you've planted that seed, where at the beginning I said you had that 7 of Pentacles card, and yes, maybe in the past you've planted certain seeds, some have grown, some haven't, and that's completely fine. That's just nature, that's just life. So you'll know when you've come out of this cycle, when you are starting to plant seeds again. You're starting to take a root in places that may have scared you previously, in places that you saw as challenging or I don't know, that you didn't really want to do before, but now you've kind of shifted your perspective and like, hey, do you know what, if it doesn't work out, I'll still be fine. It's not the end of the world. Feeling confident in your decisions, I feel, is when you'll know that this situation has come to a close. So guys, that is everything I have for you. If it resonated with you, please do leave a message or comment down below. If you want to see more from me, I post mostly spiritual and lifestyle content, and you can subscribe down below, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye. Hi there, those of you who chose the Tiger's Eye crystal, welcome to your reading. So we've got some tarot cards, and we're going to take a look at your Wild Unknown card. So how is this experience helping you level up? You guys have the Hunter. You're the only one who got one of these Wild Unknown cards as well. I believe you got one. Let me just double check. Yeah, you did. Okay. So how is this experience helping you to level up? Oh, okay, so we have the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. So there is this duality here. The King of Pentacles is in reverse. So I feel that with this and the Two of Swords here, this experience is helping you to be more decisive. Especially with the Hunter here as well. It's like this experience is helping you go after what it is you want in life. Maybe you become very emotionally overwhelmed when it comes to making certain decisions, or just kind of taking charge in your life, and you leave a lot of it up to, I'm hearing chance, but you leave a lot of it, I don't know, up in the hands of other people. Maybe you ask too many opinions at times. And sometimes it's just about thinking about, what do I truly want, and taking the time to reflect on that. Somehow you fall for solid ground. Black girl hair, black girl with the black girl hair. Maybe a suckers just to make sure I gotta say you're an angel. Angel, angel, angel. Okay, so with the Hunter card here, it says to return home empty-handed would be to fail, which is not an option in the Hunter's eye. This archetype will journey far and wide, seeking the prize that calls to its heart or stomach. Tales of bravery and feats of strength often result, creating a life full of adventure. The Hunter is skillful, quick, decisive, and results-orientated, which are all key words related to the masculine energy. So again, reiterating that need to balance between the masculine and feminine, coming a little bit more into that masculine energy of being results-driven and decisive in your decisions, not being so afraid to make decisions out of fear of what could happen or making the wrong decision. It's like kind of having this inner knowing of there is no wrong decision, there is just decisions, there's just life, there's just choices. And you can always, sometimes not always, but you can go back on your choices. So you can pivot when you feel like you're in the wrong direction. It says when this card appears, it is critical that you ask 3 questions. What am I hunting? Why am I hunting it? Is the weapon I hold so tightly in my grip truly needed for the task at hand? So again, that kind of, I'm not saying that this experience is about you being very quick in your decisions. It's taking me to the idea of emotional authority in human design, especially with this moon card energy here. And with emotional authority, we go through waves of different emotions, highs and lows, especially when it comes to making decisions. And it's about not making a decision when you're on a high or on a low, but finding that medium, finding an air of, I guess, certainty within yourself, and feeling okay in your decision, I guess you could say. Feeling like your emotions aren't super high or super low at the time of making that decision. And yeah, so when I'm saying it's not about you learning to rush into certain decisions now and just being like yes, 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 or no, no, no. It's just about thinking through decisions a little bit more in a way that isn't so like, oh gosh, I got to make this decision. This is, I don't know what to do. I guess not just quickly going to the narrative of I don't know what to do. It's like, okay, I don't really know what to do right now, but I'm gonna sit with the discomfort. It's not even like make a pros and cons list. It's like, I mean, that might serve you, but let me just wait this out. Let me just see what is going to fit right with me. Feel through this, I guess, is the message here. Let me feel through this decision. Even when you have the Two of Swords here, a card of, I guess, thinking. You have the Moon here, which represents the attribution of intuition along with the mind. Again, that acceptance and value of both masculine and feminine energy. The idea of intellect and thorough thought, as well as the feeling and the emotions, both being of importance for you. And that is what this experience is helping you. That is how this experience is helping you to level up. And I don't know what deck to take. Let's go with this one. Let's get some clarifiers out here. Can we clarify the Two of Swords, please, for how this experience is helping Tiger's Eye to level up? So we have the Eight of Wands coming out there. It's funny, the card kind of like fell on my thumb and I kind of like pushed it off. So it's almost like this feeling of being pushed before you're ready. So maybe sometimes you guys feel that like you're rushed to make a decision before you fully feel ready. And I think it's not becoming overwhelmed by this, but rather being like having the confidence or the power to say, I'm not ready to make that decision yet. I'm not ready to do that just yet. I need you to give me some time. And if you're not going to give me some time, the most important thing with emotional authority is if that opportunity, person or whatever isn't there by the time you feel ready to make that decision, by the time you feel like you have an air of clarity, then it was not meant for you at all. Because the things that are meant for you will wait for that emotional wave to kind of subside. Clarify the King of Pentacles reverse, please. You have the King of Cups, so that emotion coming back, and a king with a king again. Clarify the Queen of Pentacles now, please. The Queen of Cups really tried to come out there. Clarify the Queen of Pentacles for how this experience is helping them to level up. So we have the Judgment card here. Another card of being decisive, of balancing, weighing up your options. I just called it Judgment again. I did this in option number 1. It's Justice card. It's the Justice card. Being honest with yourself as well. And I think it's interesting that this Justice card, she has a blindfold over her eyes. So it's again tapping into the emotion as well as the intellect, because Justice is the sign, supports the sign of Libra, which is an air sign. So it is a sign of the mind, of intellect. But again, you're having the added attribute or the added benefit of intuition as well, like the feminine. Just because the feminine is a sign of intuition, it doesn't make it weaker than the masculine. to be honest, to trust your intuition sometimes over your mind is a very scary thing to do, and it's a very empowering and powerful thing to do. Clarify the moon energy here, please. Power. Yeah, so we have the Tower card here. The Tower card. And in this Tower card, there is the Chariot in this deck, but it's smashed into this tower, and now the clear direction that the Chariot was on with these two kind of horses guiding it have been split. So again, it is that emotional turmoil that makes you feel as if you don't have a clear direction. So it's interesting, it poses the question of how did these chariot, or the sphinxes from the Chariot, get to the tower in the middle of this lonely sea? Look back over the events and choices that have led you to your present situation. Did you listen to your own inner guidance? So that is what this experience is. That is how this experience is helping you to level up, by giving you an opportunity to entrust in your own inner guidance. Or even if you feel like you haven't done that up to now, it's kind of helping you see what happens when you don't trust your inner guidance compared to what could happen or does happen when you do. So you might have a couple of different situations happening where you are really putting faith and trusting yourself and seeing the benefits of that. And on the other end, maybe rushing into things, or you've had past experiences where you've rushed into things and then you've like, you know what, I did have that gut feeling back then. I did have that kind of, where I felt that pressure back then to make a quick decision, and then I didn't actually benefit from it. So we do have the Ace of Cups on this side, where we kind of see the darkness here. There's this almost mystery or illusion here, not being able to see things so clearly in the night as you do the day. It's reminding me of the thing of like when you text an ex-partner, or you send a drunken text, or at nighttime you kind of send like those risky texts because you're not thinking so clearly. The air is kind of misty, the emotions are high. So it's learning to be patient with yourself and just sit in the discomfort a bit more, not rushing to make decisions or rushing into things because you feel you feel like this is a high pressure situation, allowing the pressure to kind of just simmer there. So how is this experience helping them to level up, please? Just get one more maybe. Okay. So this could definitely do with a relationship. We have the Page of Pentacles here. We have the Lover's card. It's interesting that all these cards are kind of in like a nighttime vision. Again, that lack of clarity feeling. We have the Emperor here. Talking about control. Again, the Emperor can be quite decisive as well. It is Aries, which Aries can be quite impulsive at times as well. Thinking that they know best at times. And then we also have the Eight of Cups here. So you guys could be a water sign, have a lot of water placements, because there's a lot of emotions here. So it's interesting on this side of the Eight of Cups card, he's sitting with the discomfort of the lack of balance between the cups. Even though there are 8 cups, it's not all lined up in a kind of uniformed way. It feels like there is something missing. So he is kind of reflecting on or looking at what is missing here, what isn't quite clicking just yet. And I'm gonna wait until I get this insight, this feeling, this gut feeling, whatever it is, to maybe walk away or decide to rearrange this situation here. But for now, I'm going to sit in the discomfort of the arrangement, the current arrangement. So Page of Pentacles here, this experience is helping you level up by, again, helping you be a bit more decisive with the Page of Pentacles, knowing where to invest your energy, knowing what opportunities are truly for you and will be fruitful and long lasting for you. And I think even if it's like you don't necessarily know wholeheartedly, if like you cannot always know what is going to be long lasting or sustainable for you, but it's this feeling, again, of relating it back to that human design message of when people move from their, or make decisions from their body using their human design. These decisions are things that lead to positive situations, not even always positive, but lead the person to where they need to be, basically, or where they need to go. So for example, say you're waiting for a job offer or something, and you'll feel this pressure of, I need to find a job right now. Okay, so this job has come up, let me just go for that, because there's this pressure on you. Whereas if you had actually sat with that discomfort for a little bit, especially if you have an undefined root center, if you sit with that discomfort and see that, okay, I do need a job right now, but I kind of trust that it's going to come to me at the right time. I'm going to move with this emotional wave to see whether this job is going to be beneficial for me or is something I want to do. Basically, it's not about being beneficial, but just, is this something I want to do? Do I have energy for this thing? If the answer is no, then the answer is no. And saying no to that thing brings up another thing that might have more money, or might put you amongst people that you will just instantly gel well with. It might put you in a situation where you meet your future spouse. It might put you in a situation that brings you more things than you could even imagine, brings you more things than that other job where you just said yes straight away out of fear, out of that feeling of pressure. So we have here the Lovers card with the sign of Mercury here. So again, the mind being important, balancing the mind with the heart, or the mind with the emotions, I guess you could say. You even have fire and earth here. So balancing the elements here. No one is more important than the other. It's knowing when each one becomes important, when to use each element, when to use your masculine energy and when to use your feminine energy. That is how this experience is helping you to level up, by showing you this through experience, by helping you do this in your own life. And also the Lovers card is a card of choice again. So decisions, making decisions, and how you make them and when you make them. Again, you have the Moon card on the top of this deck again, this vice versa tarot, what you have at the bottom, and the Knight of Cups. Okay, let's see your oracle messages as well. I feel like your message is probably the clearest out of the 3 piles I've done today, and I don't want to repeat myself too much, and I feel like I've kind of started to do that. So let's see what your oracle cards say. Oh, you've got quite a few. Yeah, you got a whole bunch of these Wisdom of the Oracle cards, which is interesting. Okay, so you guys have here Nothing is Wasted with the Vulture Spirit. You also have in here Peace in reverse. You have A Change in the Wind and Chaos and Conflict. So yeah, okay, again, dealing with being the calm within the storm. Similar to the Peace card, not allowing that feeling of chaos and conflict, the unknown, to cause you to rush into something, changing with the wind, moving with the wind at times. And also the alternative, again, it's very much a balance of knowing when to flow and knowing when to like, no, this is what I want, and like kind of like root yourself with that Page of Pentacles energy that we saw. With nothing is wasted here, I feel like it's that message of when I'm saying, even if you make a decision or you do something that maybe you don't feel like you really needed to experience that, or you don't feel like it was beneficial to you, it's fine, because nothing goes to waste here. If you put effort into something and nothing comes of it, you've still learned something out of it. You've still shown something out of that. You know, like there's always going to be something you gain from everything. Every effort you put in, every experience you have, every choice you make. So don't be so overwhelmed by the unknown, basically. It says nothing in human experience is black and white, nor will anything remain static. The one thing guaranteed is change. Now is a time of transformation, as outer conditions are temporarily moving out of sync with your desires and expectations. Stay the course and remember that even storms serve to clear the air. Scatter seeds and nourish the soil for better things ahead. Life is about to get interesting. Anticipate it with curiosity as you wonder what is coming in on the shifting winds. The unknown is where the magic lies. Yeah, not being so afraid of the uncertainty that you may be feeling when you're going through this kind of difficult period of time. When you're going through this experiences, I guess, actually, because you're in it right now. So not being so like clinging on to that certainty so much, because it's not going to benefit you at this time. So let me take a look at how you will know when this initiation period has ended. So that just means how will you know when this cycle has come to a close, when you have learnt this lesson, or when you've properly implemented the lesson, you know? How will you know when this cycle is over, basically? You guys have a fiery climax approaches with full moon in Aries. So that Aries energy coming again. So you will know when the situation comes to a close, when everything comes to a head, when you feel like you're at a point of pressure, probably actually, and maybe you kind of feel like you don't know what's the best way to go. Or alternatively, now I'm going to pull clarifiers actually before I tell me more about how will they know when this initiation period has ended. Ooh, 9 of Pentacles. 9 of Cups for you guys. How will those choosing tigers I know when this initiation period has come to an end? How will they know? Come on. So we have Temperance card, Balance. You have Mercury on that card again as well. How will they know? 8 of Pentacles. Because you'll start working on a project. You'll feel energized to work on something. How will they know? And 2 of Pentacles. Beginning balanced again. Bringing things into balance. I feel like you will have moved away from a turbulent or difficult situation. So with the 2 of Pentacles card, it actually says this is an auspicious time to audition, apply, or otherwise bring yourself to the attention of people who are in a position to advance your career. Let your light shine. So yeah, when I say there's 8 of Pentacles where you're going to be working on something when this period has come to an end, you're going to feel pushed or energized to display your talents or to put in the effort into something. You're going to feel like, yes, that is the thing for me. That is what I want, and I'm going to go and get it. You're going to be thinking about or trying to fulfill your heart's desires, not about what everyone else wants or what you think you should be doing, but truly what you desire to be doing. Okay, that is actually everything I have for you guys. This probably was meant to be one of the shorter readings that I did, but I think our message is quite simple or repetitive. I don't want to repeat too much. So yeah, if you enjoyed the reading and it resonated, please give this video a thumbs up and comment down below what you thought. If you want to see more from me, I post mostly spiritual and lifestyle content, and you can subscribe down below, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.